In this video, we're going to do a little bit of a caution about using the properties of logarithms. And specifically, we'll look at the product, quotient, and power properties of logarithms. And I want you, what we're going to do is look at a couple of true-false questions. And so I want you to think, is this a true statement or is it a false statement? Okay, so for the first one, we have log base a of x times log base a of y is equal to log base a of x plus log base a of y. Is that a true statement? Now notice that looks kind of like the product property of logarithms, right? The product property relates a product of things that involve logarithms with a sum, but is this really the product property? It turns out no, that's not the product property. Okay, we'll remind ourselves what the product property is in just a second. Okay, what about log base a of x times y? That's equal to log base a of x plus y. Is that true? Well, again, notice it is kind of relating a product and a sum, but again, this is not what the product property says. Okay, now in the third one down here, log base a of x times y, is that equal to log base a of x plus log base a of y? And that's true. That is the product property of logarithms. Notice that's different than this statement up here. Okay, the product property says that the log of a product is equal to the sum of logarithms. But it's not true that a product of logarithms is equal to a sum of logarithms. Okay, so make sure you get that correct. Okay, so this is correct, but this up here, this is not correct. Okay, now also the quotient property. Let's remind ourselves what that says. Does it say log base a of x over log base a of y is equal to log base a of x minus log base a of y? Well, remember the quotient property of logarithms relates quotients and subtractions, right? But this is not the quotient property. Okay, this is in general not a true statement. Okay, what about this? Log base a of x over y, is that equal to log base a of x minus y? No, it turns out it's not. That's a false statement. Okay, and finally, log base a of x over y, is that equal to log base a of x minus log base a of y? Yes. Okay, that is the quotient property of logarithms. Okay, one more thing. In fact, I want to go back up here to these top true-false questions. I said that log base a of x times y is not equal to log base a of x plus y, but it is equal to this. But here's a question. Is this the same as this? Okay, are they the same? Okay, are they the same? Log base a of x plus y, is that equal to log base a of x plus log base a of y? Now, almost like, can you distribute the log base a and do log base a of x and then log base a of y? It turns out, no, you cannot do that. Okay, log base a of x plus y, you can't just distribute. It's not like you're multiplying here. Kind of like f of a plus b, is that equal to f of a plus f of b? No, absolutely not. Okay, because that does not mean f times a plus b. Even though we use the word of, it does not mean times, and so that is not true. And so these things are not the same here. Okay, so log base a of x times y, we can write it like this, but not like this.